It's a trap. Finally, we get that Admiral Akbar Star Wars origin story movie we've all been waiting for. What? It's it's an M. Night Shyamalan serial killer thriller movie with a initially cool sounding premise? Well, that works too, I guess. I mean, Shyamalan never swings and misses on those. Whoa! Is it time to play the intro already? Well, here it is.
In a world where the number of movies available is great, but many are so bad, you'll learn a new definition of hate. One man sifts and reviews through the movie sludge. One man will be the movie cop, jury, and judge. He goes by many names, but you know him by Movies Merica.
Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome to this latest episode of Movies Merica Live. I, as always, am your humble host, Van Ebert, and I will be your tour guide through this trap episode of Movies Merica Live. Yes, it's your chance to check out my spoiler-free review of this latest M. Night Shyamalan movie, but also it's enhanced by the fact that it's also your chance to live chat with me about Trap. Ask me any kind of questions you have about Trap with Josh Hartnett and M. Night Shyamalan's daughter and obviously other actors in the movie there as well. So it's your chance to take part in all of that. Plus, later on, I'll be having a brew review time here to go over the latest beer that I'm going to review. And that'll be extra special treat for you because then you'll have an idea as far as what the beer is that you need to pick up today, like right after the show. All right, so let's get right into Trap here, shall we? All right, because that's what you guys are here for. And boy, do I have thoughts. All right, so yeah, really quick here, I should just welcome in my movie maniacs here as well, and my fellow freedom-fueled film fanatics. I'm sure they want to hear all about Trap here, but like I said before, it is directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and he is one of the most hit or miss directors of our time. I mean, after he hit that triple at the beginning of his movie career with The Sixth Sense and Unbreakable and Signs, I think he's been more missed than hit ever since then. I don't know what it is about him. I mean, I think he's better at coming up with cool premises than actually writing good scripts to go around those cool premises, So I think that he should be the idea man and then like bring in a better screenwriter to come in there and really just give that cool premise the great script that it deserves. So Josh Hartnett, he plays Cooper. And as the trailer gives away, all the trailers give this away right off the bat, he is a serial killer by the name of The Butcher. And he is at this concert with his daughter, and his daughter's name is Riley in this. And it starts out with him just thinking, hey, it's just, him being a good dad, taking his daughter to a concert, this pop star concert. And he's just going to show his daughter a good time there. Just kind of a good kind of daddy-daughter date, and that'll be it. And then once he gets into the concert, as you've seen in the trailers, he starts looking around like, whoa, there's a lot of 5-0 around here. All right, like, what's going on? I mean, is this the Source Awards or something like that? Like, what's going on? Was there a reason why there's this much law enforcement needed around this part? I mean, it's a pop star concert. It's it's not Young Jeezy, all right. So, or Drake or something like that. So so it starts getting him a little bit suspicious, as you would be if you are a serial killer. Now, if you're just Stanley, the guy who works in the muffler shop, and you're not a serial killer, well, you're probably going to be like, wow, I feel safe. All right, this is great. This is awesome. I feel pretty safe. I mean, hopefully nothing bad happens, to me and my daughter here. But, if you're a serial killer known as the Butcher, then you're like, oh my God, what the heck? I'm getting a little worried here. And you see all those cops, and you're like, damn. Absolutely. So, but the trailers kind of treat this a little differently than most M. Night Shyamalan movies, because most M. Night Shyamalan movies, you don't know what the twist is right from the jump. You just know there's going to be a twist coming up here. So, and hey, we got Unfolding Joker here joining us on the show. And welcome, Unfolding Joker. Come on in. Enjoy. Jump on in. The water is warm. And we got, okay, cool. Not a movie about a trap house. And we got damn, last movie I saw Hartnett in was 28 Days Later or something else. Does he ever age? And apparently he does not. He most definitely does not. I mean, if you go way back to his early movies like The Virgin Suicides or The Faculty, compared to that, and then yeah, he does look older. Now, not much older, but he does look older. But yeah, he looks pretty young. Given his age, I think he's 46, 47, something like that now. And reason I thought he looked older in Oppenheimer that came out last year. The movie where he made this surprise appearance. I was like, whoa, Josh Hartnett's in Oppenheimer. Wow, that's pretty cool. But he probably looked older in that because he said he put on 30 pounds to play that part right there. And so he looks a little older right there. And yeah, Unfolding Joker, there you go. A toast to you, good sir, right there. And I'm drinking. Here, everybody drink, and let me lead by example. Oh, yeah. Crisp and clean. I like that. It's all good. And so, yeah, like I said, he gained 30 pounds for Oppenheimer. And I know this is not the Oppenheimer show, but just a little, useless trivia about Oppenheimer. So he put on 30 pounds for Oppenheimer. And then right after he put on 30 pounds, Matt Damon, who was also in Oppenheimer, of course, told him that, hey, you know what? You shouldn't gain weight for a part after you turn 40 because you will never get it off. And Josh Hartnett was joking like, oh, thanks, Matt. Thanks for telling me that now. Okay. And, but apparently that was not true. And Josh Hartnett sold that as, some of the worst incorrect advice that he ever got from an acting colleague was what he got from Matt Damon with that advice. Because if you look at Josh Hartnett and all the interviews for Trap, and then in this movie here as well, he clearly lost the 30 pounds. He looks in pretty good shape right there. But again, yeah, good to see you there, Unfolding Joker, here on the show. And I don't know if you've seen Trap there, and but if you have, Unfolding Joker, feel free to unleash with any comments or questions that you have there. But yeah, Trap is it's also so that's pretty much the plot to the movie. I'm not going to give away anymore. I was about to go into so what do I go into next with the plot? But you know what? I'm just going to stop right there and not give up the ghost for the movie right there whatsoever. I don't want to do that here. But also got some other things to say about it. I mean, this movie has a great premise. I mean, you've got Josh Hartnett, him having his daughter with him was a good idea to raise the stakes. I mean, I'll have to say about this movie, as long as this movie is at the concert, it's good with some obvious flaws, forgivable flaws, but obvious nonetheless. Like a girl with an obvious flaw of burping a lot, but she's so smoking hot, you forgive it. Okay, you let it go. And it's entertaining watching Hartnett's character, Cooper, sweat it out while constantly trying to figure out what's going on and then later determine how to get out of this pickle. He's in quite the pickle, and he's got to be crafty to try to get out of this pickle here. You might be asking, what are some of those flaws, good sir? Well, I'm talking flaws in this movie, like completely unrealistic things that people do, like one that we saw in the trailer. I'm talking about where the merch employee just tells this complete stranger who fits the description of the killer, I'm not supposed to tell anybody this, but You seem like a swell enough fellow. This whole concert, this whole thing, it's a trap to catch the butcher. Oh, and by the way, here's the code word that cops gave all of us employees for us to use. Okay, so I don't want to get in trouble. Like, okay, no character in real life, nobody in real life is going to just volunteer that information to the character here that Josh Hartnett plays right there. And there are a number of other, oh, come on, that would never happen moments that they weren't enough to completely pull me out of the movie. It's after the concert when the movie gets really formulaic and absurd. Really, the last few minutes of the concerts are kind of the opening act to this theater of the absurd that is the third act. I mean, while you're at the concert, you're convinced that Cooper really is this brilliant guy. However, apparently in the third act, his IQ goes down by about 50%. I mean, he makes some of the dumbest decisions in service of where Shyamalan wants the plot to go. I mean, it's contrived and lazy, and a sign that Shyamalan should have went over the script a few more times to get rid of all the flaws and contrivances and plot armor. He's averaging a movie a year, meaning Shyamalan. He's averaging a movie a year, and it would be a good idea for him to slow down so that he can do reviews of his script to polish it up. Now, if this movie is what some movie fans think it is, then that would also explain a lot too. So some think that Shyamalan just wanted to write a movie showcasing his daughter, Saleka Shyamalan's music, and she plays Lady Raven. She's the pop star that Josh Hartnett and his daughter go to see. And he just quickly and sloppily just wrote a movie around this concert showcasing his daughter's music. Now, it would explain all his mistakes, as well as why his daughter's character suddenly heroically takes over the movie in the third act. I mean, it's just, picture this. Let's do a little thought experiment. Imagine if Taylor Swift was taken hostage by a renowned serial killer. And then picture Swift suddenly going from pop star mode to some advanced form of Clarice Starling from Silence of the Lambs. You know, instead of crying and panicking and basically losing her poop, as I'm sure most of us with a brain would imagine she'd actually be doing in real life. Nope. In this movie, Shyamalan's baby girl is written to be a girl boss, and to me, it's just gross, to be perfectly honest. There, so it didn't work for me whatsoever here, and and Unfolded Joker. Damn, Chris Christie eats 30 pounds at every meal. That's for sure, right there, man. That dude is large. I was about to say large and in charge, but he's not really in charge of anything except for maybe he's in charge of every buffet that he gets around right there. I mean, he's like a smorgasbord restaurant or a buffet restaurant's like worst nightmare. I mean, they say, I mean, pretty much they know he's coming, right? Because whenever he's coming towards a restaurant this year, you know that. You remember like the scene in Jurassic Park where they got the glass of water and it's rippling as the T-Rex gets faster, it gets closer. That's like buffet restaurants. I think they have like cups of water just laying around or just sitting around like that as kind of their early warning, advanced warning system for Chris Christie. So that when you see that water start rippling, you know, and then they hear that, you know, that tuba music. They know, hey, Chris Christie is on his way over here. So batten down the hatches, everybody. Close up shop. Chris Christie's here to eat us out of business. All right. So, oh, man. But, and then Unfolded Joker also says it sounds like they took a page out of the movie, The Collector 2 right there. So, yeah, if you're talking about that, that scene in The Collector or the Collector or The Collection, where the serial killer's got that nightclub or invites everybody to that exclusive party at the nightclub, and they're all there. They're all dancing to the and then he starts up like that. What is that like? It looks like a combine silo blade. He just lowers that silo, that combine blade. Those blades are like spinning around, and it just goes in and just tears apart the whole like audience of this concert that they're all dancing to. That's a badass scene. That's pretty good. So, and then he also does other horrible things to the people that showed up at that like the rave or whatever the hell it was. So good callback on Folding Joker. Good callback. That's a great movie there. All right, everybody. So let me split this up here and tell you guys all about our tdpn.locals.com website that you see right up there, tdpn.locals.com. And why you would want to go to that is our website that has all our great Till Death podcast network material, content, like videos and blogs and articles, all about things like movies and entertainment, cocktail recipes, politics, articles, whatever, about hot button topics of the day that everybody is talking about. But you get our perspective, the kind of perspective you're not going to get anywhere else. You get that all on tdpn.locals.com up there. And as you see down below, if you put in promo code TDPN, you get 1 month free membership to the website. That means you get free reign. You get to go nuts, get to go crazy already. You get full freedom in the tdpn.locals.com website. And then after that, it's like $3 a month minimum, a measly, a pitiful little amount of $3 a month to continue that totally full freedom mode of tdpn.locals.com. And then, so yeah, go ahead and do that. Again, the $3 is nothing. I mean, that's like a box of ho-hos, box of Twinkies, something like that. So, and then you get to brag to all your friends, man, I've been to tdpn.locals.com. You should go check it out. And then they will be forever in your debt for recommending tdpn.locals.com right there. They're going to be like bragging to everybody. Hey, man, I know this guy. I know the guy. He recommended tdpn.locals.com to me. I mean, yeah, you know him too? I know him better than you. They're all going to want to claim they know you better than everybody else because you're going to be like so cool and so popular and so in demand because you're the one that turned them on to tdpn.locals.com. So get there, everybody. Do it. All right. And then also smash that like button down there if you would. If you're checking us out live or you're watching the recording of it, if you would, pretty please, the sugar on top, go ahead and smash that like button right on down there. It's just calling to you. Said, please press me. All right. So that is the like button calling your name. And then also, if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe or follow button, which is also down there right next to the like button, probably, if you haven't already. And then also, go ahead and click on that notification bell button down there. Again, if you haven't already, if you have already and you click it again, it's going to turn off notifications. We don't want that, okay? But yeah, the notification bell down there is down there for your pressing pleasure if you haven't already pressed that there. And then also, if you're watching this after I've done this live, if you're watching just a recording of it later on, well, first off, how you doing? Thanks for watching. I appreciate that. And hey, high five. There you go. And get in the comments. I guess that's the whole point of that. Get in the comments down below, and I want to hear from you. I really want to hear from you. And things I like to hear is, hey, if you feel that I could be doing something better, if there's something that you feel I needed to improve on, go ahead and put that in the comments. I'm not so egotistical that I can't take that. Just put some constructive criticism down there. Or if you think I'm doing something good and you want me to do more of it, then also put that down there. That really helps me make this show better for you. And that's what it's really all about. It's not important to make it better for me. It's more important to make it better for you. Okay. Or if you want to put down there like a movie you want me to review, the only caveat to that is make sure it's a movie that more than 5 people are going to want to see it. Okay. I'm not going to review, Litter Box, the motion picture or something like that. Okay. It's got to be, I'm not going to review your wedding video or something. I'm not going to do that. Okay. So all due respect. Or just, comment about Trap or any M. Night Shyamalan movie or Josh Hartnett movies, whatever. So, but I think I've got the point across that I would like you to comment. That'd be great right there. I would be very, very honored right there. And what we got over here. So, yeah, there we go. I like that unfolding Joker. Van's the man right there. He's buttering me up so well. Love it. Love it right there. He's speaking my love language right there. You bet. So my ego definitely likes that. And he's toasting us all. So again, yeah, everybody who's checking out the show and you're drinking, man, let's take a tug off of what you're drinking right there. It's Sunday. It's technically still the weekend. All right. So here we go. Cheers. Oh, yeah. There we go. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And we just got to bide our time until the season finale of House of the Dragon tonight, because that's what's on tonight, the season finale of House of the Dragon. As of the day I, did this show live. Now, if you're watching this, in 2027, that doesn't make much sense right there. So, all right, we got so much more to talk about with Trap right here. I got thoughts. All right. And it has to be said that Josh Hartnett is good. I mean, I should say, well, let me be more specific. For the first two acts, he's always been a versatile actor where he can play a convincing leading man and also play a menacing bad guy. See his brief role in Sin City for a great example of that. He ably plays a dad who falls into the category of a dad, slightly trying too hard to connect with his daughter. To that premise alone, it's just good to see a dad with his kid in a movie. We don't see that often enough in a movie, as hard as that is to believe, right? And Hartnett, I should say, sells us on him being a loving dad, taking his starstruck Lady Raven loving daughter for a night of fun. He makes corny jokes to try to relate, and his daughter predictably tells him to stop talking that way. Okay, I mean, I'm sure all dads with a teenage daughter or son, is particularly a teenage daughter, can relate to that. You're just trying to relate because you love your daughter. And, of course, they're like, oh, my God, Dad, stop trying to relate. And if your teenage daughter isn't like that, there's something wrong with her. Or I shouldn't say that. But then Hartnett, he seamlessly turns that off and goes into cerebral, calculating, stone cold serial killer mode when he's walking around the arena trying to find an escape route. I mean, he smoothly interacts with the employees, and then also an unhinged mother of a friend of Riley who's not exactly been a great friend. And then also conversating with the cops themselves. Cooper is able to distract cops, grab security badges, appear like a disarming nobody, and work that merch store employee like a puppet. Now, Ariel Donoghue plays his daughter, who apparently loves her dad, but is intuitive enough to start noticing that he's acting very weird. She's very effective with this. It makes you care about what happens to her, especially after hearing how her friends dissed her. Okay, I should say her friends dissed her. That very situation with her friends lays the groundwork for one of the biggest laugh out loud moments in the movie. And there are a few laugh out loud moments in this movie, unbelievably enough, given that this movie is a serial killer thriller. And then Riley, his daughter, again, gets the ultimate revenge, and it's bust a gut satisfying. She gets the ultimate revenge against, again, those so-called friends there. And there are some other good supporting characters like Jonathan Langdon playing Jamie, that merch vendor that I keep mentioning, the merch vendor you see in the trailers that just gives Hartnett like all this classified information he's not supposed to give out. Or another performer in this movie is Kid Cudi, hilariously playing a curious, let me rephrase it, playing a curious other pop star at the concert. He wouldn't mind being trapped by Cooper, if you know what I mean, all right? And that's made blatantly clear in a scene there. And one of the funny things about that, or I don't know if it's funny, but it's at least mildly interesting, is Kid Cudi is primarily in this movie because him and Josh Hartnett are really good friends. When Josh Hartnett first moved to New York, he went to go see a concert by Rat-a-Tat, and Kid Cudi was a opening act for Rat-a-Tat that night there. And then the Kid Cudi came up to Josh Hartnett because apparently he knew him from, movies and that kind of thing. And Kid Cudi just went up to Josh Hartnett and says, "Hey, I just moved to New York. Do you want to be friends?" I thought it was pretty funny right there. That Kid Cudi, this, big, star that we all know him now, we just kind of that's, and maybe that's, I shouldn't say that's a stupid way to make friends. Sometimes it might be good to just be that direct, right? Like, hey, I just moved here. Let's be friends. All right. So, but that's how Kid Cudi got the role in this movie. Is Josh Hartnett mentioned to M. Night Shyamalan that him and Kid Cudi are friends, and it worked out pretty well because Kid Cudi's in the movie, and he's going to be doing a song. He's already made a song with M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, who again I said is in this movie. All right, everybody. So let's do this here. Let's switch it up here a little bit because I'm getting a little thirsty. So you know what time it is for. Let's do it. All right, so today's beer is a familiar favorite. Okay, this is definitely not the most obscure beer. And as you see here, I'm holding in my hand a little George Killian's Irish Red, okay? And this is an amber lager. It's got a very rich history. It's been around since like 1864. The original recipe here, as I look at my notes here, because I forgot the George Killian's other last name. It's George Killian Lett right there. But yeah, this brewery here that makes George Killian's Irish Red, it's been around the block as far as like being passed to different owners and that kind of thing. I mean, Heineken owned it for a little bit. Now Coors actually owns it right here. And yeah, so it's been here since what, the mid 1980s for use, for consumption in the United States here. So when Coors took it over in the 1980s, that's when it became prominent here in the United States right there. But yeah, I mean, it's got a malty flavor to it. It's got kind of a caramel taste, and it's a little bit more bitter than I would like from an amber lager, particularly one advertising itself as an Irish red. Now, the mouthfeel to it is crisp, it's smooth, and so, but it also does have a kind of like a slightly sweet aftertaste, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Now, I don't think it's as good an amber lager as something like the Elliott Ness Amber Lager from Great Lakes Brewing Company. That's a better amber lager than this right here. But that lager is less mass-produced than George Killian's Irish Red, so that probably helps it out. It's probably allowed to be given a little bit more love in its brewing process than George Killian's Irish Red, was just mass produced like you wouldn't believe right here. So it's 5.2% alcohol by volume, so it's not like drinking piss water, Bud Light, tranny fluid, or anything like that. It's more substantial. It's got more heft to it. It's more of a man beer than Bud Light, that's for sure. So when you actually develop a little bit more of an imagination and you want to man the hell up and drink something a little less effeminate than Bud Light, then yeah, grab yourself something like a George Killian's Irish Red. It's not my favorite amber lager. Like I said, Elliott Ness from Great Lakes Brewing Company is a better amber lager for my money. But it's worth picking up if it's the only Irish Red you can find. And you can find it pretty much everywhere. It's definitely more of a ubiquitous beer than I'm used to reviewing here. So let me take a tug off this bad boy because my throat is starting to get a little parched. So here we go. All right, here we go. Yeah, so yeah, pick yourself up some. Now, normally I would recommend like going someplace like drizzly.com. Well, drizzly.com isn't even a thing anymore. Actually, drizzly.com got bought out by Uber Eats. So if you go to like Uber Eats, you can order booze off of Uber Eats, or you can go to gopuff.com or Open Bar. Open Bar is an app on your phone. Now those come in more handy for some of the more obscure beers that I review. So, but I mean, George Killian's, chances are you're probably going to be able to go down to your grocery store and grab yourself some of this right there. But all right, let's wrap this brew review time up and move on with the show. All right, and now for some random thoughts about Trap. I see what you did there, M. Night Shyamalan. Clever joke having Hayley Mills from the original The Parent Trap movie in the movie titled Trap. Get it? Yeah. Hayley Mills is in this movie, and she actually plays a FBI profiler. And what got me thinking about this is I don't think I've seen a movie with Hayley Mills in it for a long, long time. So I was thinking, like, what is it about this movie that got Hayley Mills in it? Like, why is she in this movie of all movies? And then it hit me. I'm like, oh, that's right. Probably her most famous role is her playing in The Parent Trap. And this movie is called Trap right there. It's like, there you go, M. Night Shyamalan, you clever fellow there. It's a crazy, crazy, crazy right there. So, but, and a funny joker about the Kid Cudi story. It works sometimes, just going up to somebody and being direct and saying, hey, let's be friends right there. Well, back in the 90s, early 2000s, it works like, hey, let's be friends, right? Yeah, there we go. It's kind of like the old song. Why can't we be friends? Okay, there we go. I'm gonna stop singing right there. It's gonna stop doing that right there. We are gonna move on, people. Moving on. And then another random thought about this movie is Trap needed to be bloodier to increase the menace and urgency of stopping Hartnett's character, I think. I mean, M. Night Shyamalan, he's done R-rated movies before. I mean, his last movie before this one, Knock at the Cabin, that was R-rated. Now, they should have at least shown a picture of one of Cooper's victims. Again, Cooper's the name of Hartnett's serial killer victim or character. But I think they should have at least shown a picture of one of his victims after, after what was done to the victim, of course, to really just drive home how evil and disgusting Hartnett's villain is. The movie just felt too sanitized for our protection without it. Kind of like a glorified TV movie. Also, another random thought is this movie has the bad luck of coming out when Twisters and Deadpool and Wolverine are kicking ass at the box office and taking all the attention. I mean, Twisters has been out for 2 weeks, and it's still doing pretty good at the box office, and it beat Trap at the box office this week. But that's because Twisters and Deadpool and Wolverine. Well, I was about to say it's because they're recognizable IP, but also because they are better movies than Trap, to be perfectly honest here. August is typically a tough month for movies, especially original movies like Trap. I mean, just look at Gran Turismo last year. Gran Turismo is a surprisingly brilliant movie. I mean, much, much better than Trap. But coming out in August last year was just like a death stroke to Gran Turismo, and then also to Trap here potentially this year. So yeah, August is no friend to movies, that is for sure. Typically, I mean, you have exceptions to the rule sometimes, like Bullet Train a couple years ago was an exception to that right there. But all right, everybody. So let's keep it spicy and interesting, shall we? By me telling you about a great sponsor that we have for the show. And that sponsor is Flip City Magazine. And you might be asking yourself, like, what kind of magazine is Flip City? Is it, about skateboarding and doing sweet flips on your skateboard? Is it about the old timey comedian Flip Wilson? Okay, and all you Gen Zers and Gen Alphas have no idea what I'm talking about with Flip Wilson. Probably millennials have no idea what I'm talking about Flip Wilson. But is it about him? Nope. It is a magazine that takes over where Mad Magazine and Cracked took basically left off right there. So remember Mad Magazine back in the day, Alfred E. Newman, what, me worry? Back in the day, Mad Magazine, you could depend on it to crack you up, all right? Not anymore, okay, because Mad Magazine and Cracked, they've allowed themselves to be assimilated into the woke Borg. And so now they're more in the, we're going to teach you how to live your life, young man, business than the cracking you up business. But have no fear, Flip City has taken up the mantle right here. But instead of hearing me talk about it here, let me have them tell you in their own words.
I love Flip City. It has brought new types of badassery and integrity to the print medium.
Genuinely cutting, but also funny, and obviously just chaotic and very fun.
Oh, yeah. So that should tempt you, should tantalize you to get yourself some Flip City magazine. And as you see down below, if you just click on that easy Flip City link down in the description, we'll make it very easy by just giving you a Flip City link in the description. Just click on that and choose what you want from Flip City. And then make sure in that promo code field, you put in promo code MOVIES, all right? And get 10% off your order of the best non-woke comic around, all right? So they just want to, pardon me, there we go. Beer burp, sorry. I know, very professional. So yeah, get 10% off of that. And yeah, get yourself a magazine, man. I'm just not tooting my horn about it. I actually have Flip City magazines right here, so jealous, yeah. And look at that sheen, look at that shine, look at that glimmer right there. Very nice right there. I got that nice artwork right there. And it's a magazine you can hold in your fingers right there. You gotta love that. Love that tangible, tactile feel of a magazine in my hands right there. But yeah, get there, get yourself some Flip City magazine, everybody. Do it. Yes, do it. And checking here, doing a little house cleaning right there. And what do we got here? Oh yeah, got that. Love it. Yeah, we got Unfolding Joker. I got the notification this week when Flip City went live on Rumble. Yes, exactly. That's another thing. Good point on Folding Joker. Flip City magazine has a show on rumble.com. So if you go to rumble.com and up in the search, just go ahead and type in Flip City, and you should be able to find that right there. So good on you, Unfolding Joker, for pointing that out there. And yeah, Unfolding Joker's like, I watched the Flip Wilson show. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, there you go. So I officially know, Unfolding Joker, you're not 15 years old. Because you're 15 years old, you're like, oh my God, Flip Wilson, what is that? What do you stop talking about Flip Wilson, old man? What the hell? Okay, geez, what the hell? But also want to tell you guys, as usual, I'm going to have my Movies Merica spoiler warning show on this Thursday. And guess what movie it's going to be about? Right, it's going to be about Trap. Yes. So today, as you can tell, I am carefully trying to avoid spoilers, okay, because I don't want to be that guy and give away spoilers for the show. But this Thursday night, the handcuffs come off, all right? The handcuffs come off. We are going to, or I should say, I am going to get all spoilery with Trap. So definitely, if you happen to see Trap between now and Thursday night, definitely join me. And then if you but if you haven't seen Trap, but you just don't care, you just plain don't care if it gets spoiled in some form or fashion, well, then still join me this Thursday for Movies Merica spoiler warning. And that show comes on this Thursday night at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, and 4 Pacific. And you can check that out on pill.net or YouTube or Rumble, okay? And probably the easiest way to get the links for the show to watch it is if you just go to my X profile, formerly Twitter, just look up @Movies Merica, and on X, and you'll see the links on my Movies America profile on Thursday morning. Okay, and so you'll have those all ready to go right there. And yeah, look at that. So Unfolding Joker is doing a good job. That's one place you can get the links right there. So gab.com/moviesmerica. Yep. And then there's the link for the Flip City Mag page there on Rumble right there. So Unfolding Joker doing the Lord's work right there. Gotta love it. Love it right there. So, but I'll give you a link later on to a page that actually you could use for like a one-stop shop for all the links here. Well, actually, let me do that. I'll just give it to you right now. What do you say? So if you go to solo.to/moviesmerica, okay. So like how you in your garage, if you like to fix things, obviously you have all your tools in the toolbox, right? It's your one-stop shop for all your tools. It's the toolbox. Well, solo.to/moviesmerica, that's my toolbox. That's the toolbox that has all the links that have to do anything with Movies America, including links to the latest episodes of Movies America, whatever Movies America show we're talking about, or past Movies America episodes right there. So solo.to/moviesmerica. Just type that into your browser and just save it as a favorite. Boom, and just go there and you're good to go right there, ladies and gentlemen. We're just too smart for this world, man. We're just too smart. We're geniuses, man. We're geniuses there. Absolutely. And I know it's, I gotta love it. I gotta love it right there. It's just, what am I doing?
You are a retard.
Am I?
Yeah.
All right. God, you guys are harsh. God, man, what the hell? My self-esteem is going in the toilet. All right. Well, I'm going to try to distract myself right here by letting you guys know, is that a woke after-school special? Well, I'd say making Lady Raven a girl boss in the third act would mildly be considered as woke. I mean, but I don't think that happened because of trying to force a girl boss down moviegoers' throats. I don't think it's woke. I think what it was actually is, I think it was Daddy M. Night Shyamalan showing some fatherly pride towards his daughter, which, it's a sweet sentiment, right? I mean, the actress that plays Lady Raven is M. Night Shyamalan's daughter in real life, and so he's just kind of like being, the proud dad, right? Kind of doing the whole thing like, that's my daughter. That's my daughter up there. That's my daughter up there. Like, it's cool, kind of cool, right there. I mean, if that's really her singing and playing the piano in this movie, if that's really her doing it, then his daughter, named Saleka, is indeed talented, and I would say deserves this showcase. Now, if it's not her, then it's just gross nepotism, like Biden getting his crackhead son Hunter a highly paid job he's obviously not qualified for. Again, just gross. But again, if it is Saleka Shyamalan really singing and playing the piano, hey, more power to her. She's very, very talented and deserves the showcase for sure right there. Okay, so let me remind you guys that, hey, if you guys are appreciating what I'm doing here with this show enough to show a little financial appreciation, say you want to throw a buck or two my way, well, I shall tell you how you can do that. And the way you can do that is, if you're checking me out on Rumble, you can give me what's called a super chat. And how you do that is down by where you type in your live chat message there. There is a button with a dollar bill on it. And you click on that, and then it's just going to ask you how much you want to donate. And that's all there is to it. If you're on Rumble, you can give me what's called a Rumble rant. And that works pretty much the same way as YouTube. Down by where you type in your live chat message, just click on the button that has a dollar sign on it. Okay, it's not a dollar bill, it's a dollar sign on it. And again, when you click on that, it'll ask you how much you want to donate, and that's all there is to it. Now, if you're checking me out on the pilled.net side, then all you have to do is just give me what's called gold pills. And in the pilled world, gold pills equate to real life money. Yeah, not Monopoly money. No, we're not talking about fake money like Monopoly money or the euro, or, well, I guess euros are actually real, but they sound fake. They seem fake. But no, gold pills on pill.net equate to real money. And so on Pill, you just have to click on the gold pill button, and then you just like choose to give me a certain number of gold pills, and then I get real money. Yeah, real money to to buy a Big Mac with, or some new shoes or something like that, or God willing, maybe some braces for my teeth or something like that. So who knows? There you go. You're probably like, wait, you don't need braces there, Van. Your teeth are perfectly straight. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, but again, yeah, just wanted to turn you on to that. Again, if you don't feel like donating any money, totally cool. I just appreciate you checking out the show. That is good enough for me. But yeah, if you're feeling particularly generous, by all means, do it right there. So my final thoughts on Trap is in better economic times, I'd say go pay the money to go see this. But with the Kamalaflation, I can't in good conscience recommend that. Okay. I mean, you can wait for this to come out on streaming. I mean, to be quite honest with you, it'll probably be on VOD or video on demand for $20 in a week. I mean, it could be on video on demand tomorrow or this Tuesday, for all I know, which is obviously cheaper than hauling your whole brood to the theater for $13 or so a pop. Okay. So it's just not worth it. Yeah, in non-Kamalaflation days, say back in 2019, 2018, 2002 or whatever, then I would say, yeah, people probably have enough money and prices are low enough, and you probably got a raise at work, and the dollar is worth more. Then I'd say, yeah, go check out Trap if it would have come out in 2018 or something like that. But now in 2024, nope. I can't do that to you. I cannot recommend you go take the family or whoever to this movie whatsoever. Okay, so and let's check out everything right there. And yeah, I think we've got going on. I'm just going to do a little housekeeping here. Sweep up the kitchen and polish up the silverware. I think we're good to go there. All right, so we're going to wrap this bad boy up, everybody. But hopefully you guys appreciated and enjoyed this Trap episode of Movies America Live. Okay. And hey, go ahead and if there's anybody that you feel would appreciate this episode or any of my episodes, go ahead and just send the link to anybody that you would imagine would be interested. It's very easy, right? Very easy to just copy a link and paste it and send it to other people. That's very, very easy to do right there. Again, check out solo.to/moviesmerica. Go there, and that's all the links to all my episodes, present and past, right there. And again, all you have to do is type it in once and then just save it as a favorite, and you're good to go right there. And then also go and follow me at Movies America. That's my handle, at Movies America, on pretty much every platform you can think of: X, Gab, Facebook, Instagram, Pilled, Rumble. Okay, and follow me there. And then also, I'm not just going to ask you to follow me, and then I'm not going to follow you back. If you follow me on any of those platforms, feel free to DM me or direct message me on X and let me know, like, hey, Van Knucklehead, hey, I followed you on this platform and that platform and that platform. And then if I see that, or when I see that, if you do that, see, that's the thing, you have to DM me. I can't just magically do it for you. You have to DM me. And then when I inevitably see your DM in X, then I will follow you back on all those platforms as well. Okay. Because you scratched my back. You were nice enough to scratch my back. I'm going to scratch your back. Yeah. Okay. There we go. And I did not mean that in a sensual sense at all. Okay. Swear to God. All right. So yeah, we're going to ready to wrap this up right there. And we've got Unfolding Joker with a question here. Van, have you seen the movie In the Shadow of the Moon? And I do not. Yeah, I have not seen that movie right there. I am not doing that. So definitely some SJW's movie. It does kind of have that pretentious sound to it, The Shadow of the Moon. right there. And I'm not on Truth Social there in Folding Joker there, so just never been compelled to get on there. So just maybe someday. I think I was on there. Well, actually, I'm on there under Van Ebert. Okay, somebody really wants to get a hold of me on Truth Social. I'm on there under Van Ebert. So by all means, contact me right there. All right. So hey, with that, everybody, get out there, people. Those movies aren't going to watch themselves. See ya.
Hey, everybody! Hey! I got the police after me. They're coming after me, okay? But I got just enough time to ask you. Just like this video, if you would, and then subscribe to this channel, okay? I'm gonna be in handcuffs pretty soon. I gotta tell you. And so before they haul me off, make sure you watch these videos over here, okay? And thanks for watching this video and the Till Death Podcast Network, okay? I gotta go.